friends, my name is Lexi and today I will be sharing with you 10 5-star predictions. Let's go. My name is Lexi and welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a super casual day because I'm basically just showing you books that I think I'm going to like. So I have 10 books that I am very excited to share with you. Some of these are new releases. Some of these are books that you have never seen on my channel before because I have just purchased them. And some are books that I have recently mentioned or discussed in other videos. But these are the 10 that I think I'm going to give 5 out of 5 stars to. And hopefully I can read them this year and report back and see if I am accurate. But I really love videos like this because I love seeing if a person is correct about their predictions or not. So we'll see if I have any accuracy in gauging that or not. The first book I really want to read is Anatomy, a love story by Dana Schwartz. This is a Gothic tale, and my spooky little heart cannot wait to devour every inch of this book. This is a book that is following Hazel and Jack. Hazel is a girl who goes to Edinburgh and she wants to be a surgeon. However, she is kicked out of the lecture hall when her professor says that she can't be a surgeon because she is a girl. And we hate that for her. However, he makes a deal with her and he says that she is allowed to join them again if she can somehow pass his medical examination. She decides that she needs to study some corpses, and so she befriends Jack, her newest bestie, who is going to help dig up some corpses and let her study them. However, amidst all of this, they discover that there is some shady stuff happening in Edinburgh. A lot of people are disappearing and also being killed, and the two have to team up together to figure out what is going on. This sounds so cool. It's the perfect spooky romance that I didn't know I needed. And also the cover. You guys, it's like a literal heart, except it's her dress. You know I'm gonna love this book. Like, I would be shocked if I didn't give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Next up is a book that I actually mentioned in a recent haul. I can go ahead and link it up above. Wait, which side is it on? This side? It's on this side? Is it? Anyways, I will link that somewhere, and that is The Witches of New York, and this is by Ami McKay. I know I said this in the haul, but I'm gonna say it again. This cover is everything. I mean, this girl, masquerade queen, you know what I mean? And this book is following a secret society in the 1800s in New York of sort of like a cult of witches who pretend to be serving tea at a tea shop, but really are serving up potions and poisons. And like, I mean, come on, that sounds so freaking good. I believe that this is an adult historical fiction / fantasy, and let me tell you, I am so excited to pick this up. Next up is a book that I know virtually nothing about, but somehow I just have a weird feeling that I am going to love it, and that is Outline, and this is by Rachel Cusk. This is another book that I actually mentioned during that book haul. So Outline is following a young woman who is going to Athens for the summer to, I think, teach a creative writing class. And while she is there, she has 10 different conversations with people. And these 10 conversations with people seem to shape her outlook on life. I have a romanticized idea of what this book is going to be portraying, and I think it's going to be worthy of a 5 out of 5 stars. So we will see, but also again, I mean, come on. The cover is that's like Vogue, right? The next book is a YA graphic novel, and that is Fence Volume 1, and this is by C.S. Pacat, Johanna the Mad, and by Johanna Lafuente. This is a book that I have so much confidence in. I actually have purchased the other volumes that are out. I have like all 4 volumes right now. I am absolutely convinced I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. So this particular book is following the illegitimate son of this world-class fencer, and his name is Nicholas, and Nicholas is determined to learn how to fence and basically prove that his father should give him the respect that he deserves. And so he has like a lot to prove. But when he goes to this fencing tournament, he meets this incredible person who was basically born to fence and also has been classically trained. Nicholas loses quite quite badly and is completely humiliated and embarrassed by said person. However, Nicholas is determined, and so he decides to try to get a scholarship at a private prep school so that he can get on their fencing team and get revenge now on this new person and then get the attention of his father. However, when he gets there, lo and behold, who is his new roommate? That's right, it's the guy who kicked his butt in the tournament. I'm so excited about it. See, that's how I knew I was gonna like this book, because I am like sensing kind of like an enemies to friends, potentially lover situation, and like everything about this just seems like it's gonna be really good, you know? Like I can just tell it's gonna be really, really good. So I'm excited to read this. I have really high hopes. If you are a person who, like me, you like a little tension in your stories, a little enemies to friends, enemies to lovers, underdog story, maybe pick this one up too. Maybe we'll both love it. Next up is a book that I also mentioned in that book haul, and this is a messy family drama. We love a messy family drama in this house, and that is The Nest. And this particular book is by Cynthia Sweeney. So this book is following 4 different siblings, and these siblings are months away from inheriting this huge family inheritance. However, all of their lives are completely falling apart. They all need to try to save each other before they get their inheritance. I kind of feel like the inheritance is in jeopardy, but I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that when it comes to this book. Let me just tell you, I love a messy family drama involving like some secret huge inheritance. That sounds like Knives Out, you know? I know it's not gonna be quite as dramatic or thrilling as Knives Out because this is not a murder mystery thriller, but it's giving me similar vibes, and I am so excited to hear more about the Plum family. Next up, I have 2 middle grades on this list, and the first one is brand new, and that is called The Monsters of Rookhaven. Well, okay, brand new to me. I think it's been out for a while, but brand new to my channel. And this is by Pádraig Kenny. This particular book is about a family of monsters living in this Gothic old mansion, and they are basically kept invisible by the town so that they don't scare the townspeople, and they are left alone because I guess the townspeople at one point were trying to kill all of them because they're monsters, which like, rude, you know? However, one day there is a crack in their invisible fence foundation, and 2 siblings from the town actually wander in and they become friends with these monsters. But now there is a monster in this house that has smelled human blood, and I don't know, maybe he's hungry. It sounds like a hungry situation to me. It sounds so cool. I am so excited. I love books about monsters. I love books kind of about learning that the monster isn't really who you think it is. I don't know. I'm projecting now, but I'm guessing the monsters aren't really all that bad. And I'm just really excited. I'm excited to learn more about these monsters. A lot of these books kind of sound like they would be perfect around spooky season, but I don't know if I can wait that long to read this because it sounds so freaking good. The next book is a book that I am trying to read actually for middle grade March, and that is Hazelbly and the Deep Blue Sea, and this is by Ashley Herring Blake. Now, I originally did a very, very old 5-star prediction book list, and I'm pretty sure on that list, I put The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James. And I was right. That was a 5 out of 5 stars and one of the best middle grades I've ever read in my whole entire life. And so I had to put another Ashley Herring Blake book on this list because I trust her with my whole entire heart now. This book is following Hazelbly, and Hazelbly and her family actually moved to the coast of New England after the passing away, I want to say, of her mom. And while she is there, she makes a new friend, and they both tried to research a local myth of a mermaid living kind of around where they live. I think it's just a book exploring new friendships and also possibly healing from grief. But I think it's gonna be beautiful. Any book that's really set off of the coast of New England seems to really have my heart. I just need to move to Maine. I think this is gonna be one of my favorite books though because I love the author, I love her writing style. We'll see if I am correct. Next up we have a book called Sourdough, and this is by Robin Sloan. One of the reasons I think that this is going to be a 5 out of 5 stars is because I actually read another book by Robin Sloan called Mr. Pettinborough's 24-Hour Bookstore and loved it. This is following our main protagonist, Lois, who is sort of unhappy in her job, and one day she is left a sourdough bread starter from these 2 people who run a bakery, but they have to leave for some reason, I don't remember why, and Lois has to make sure that the sourdough bread starter doesn't die. So she has to do all of these ridiculous things to keep it alive. She sings to it, she waters it, she feeds it almost like a little pet, but in the process guess Lois begins to fall in love with the act of baking. And I think it's a book that's going to really follow her love for baking and how she maybe changes her life's direction to possibly becoming a baker. I don't know, it sounds so cozy. I love the vibe so much. I love books about baking and bread and dessert and food in general. So I'm very excited to pick this up. I think it's gonna be a winner. Next up, we have a book by Meg Wolitzer, and it is called The Interestings. There are quite a few books that I actually really want to read by Meg Wolitzer, but this one sounded, dare I say it, interesting. I had to do it, I'm sorry. This book is actually following a group of friends, and they all wanna be artists, and they all become friends at this very elite, like artsy camp when they are younger. And it is following their relationships and their journeys as adults. Some of them are still struggling artists, some of them have become very successful, and it's kind of showing how the dynamics of their friendship has changed over the years. I love books about friendship dynamics though, and especially books that kind of follow friends for a really long period of time. And I also love books that romanticize art. So I feel like this book has all of the elements needed to give it a 5 out of 5 stars from me. We shall see, that's for sure. And then finally, the very last book that I have to share with you today is a dark academia thriller that I actually found from Kayla's channel from Books and Lala, and that is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and this is by Ashley Winstead. This is another book that is following a group of friends. They were friends when they were all going to this very prestigious prep school together, and I believe when they are younger, a murder happens and they all have to cover it up. But then years later, when they all reunite at, I think like a school reunion, the murder basically is brought up again and they have to relive what happened. And I think that some unexpected twists happen where maybe they were wrong about who murdered their friend. So I'm really interested. I love books like this so much. It's giving me If We Were Villains vibes. It's giving me The Secret History vibes by Donna Tartt. And I'm just really excited to see what I think about In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. And I think, you guys, that is it. Those are all of my 5-star predictions. I really love books. I really do. If you have any 5-star predictions you think I would like, and you would like to recommend them to me, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you have made it to this point of the video, please leave me the cat emoji, because my cat is literally right in front of me and she's just so cute. I think that's it for now though, you guys. I love you all so very much. And until next time, book lovers, keep your head in the clouds and your heart in a book, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin.